It's week 2 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Saints and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
This is taken in at the 13. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing him out, coming off one of his best seasons as a pro, an MVP runner-up finish in year number 9, Dak Prescott.
And if he could only flip that 3-to-1 ratio, have it be 3 touchdowns to 1 pick instead of the other way around, I think we'd have seen that loss flip to a win as well. Clean slate this week. We'll see what he's done to address the showing from his last time out.
This drive will begin with a run from Elliott. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
He gives to Elliott on the draw. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Once again, Elliott. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down by Tyrann Mathieu. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now here's Prescott. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. He's got it inside the 10. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead right away. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when he could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
And he misses on the extra point, so a good start for their offense, but not for him kicking it. Score stays at 6-0. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. Leading them out in year 11. He's played 15 or more games every season in the league. A real Iron Man, Derek Carr.
Well, it was another very statistically productive season down in New Orleans for Derek Carr a season ago. Another 25 touchdowns, almost 4,000 yards. And what I love about this guy is he is remarkably durable. He's played 15-plus games all 10 seasons that he's been a starter in this league. That's called the ability of durability, to be there for your guys. Now, the next step in New Orleans is to take this franchise to the playoffs.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Another run for Kamara. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Carr now on 1st and 10. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Running behind center with Kamara. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
First and 10 from the 41. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. The tackle made by Mozzie Smith. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. Searching, pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
All right, 1st sack on the board on the 1st drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. That's complete to Kamara. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Fourth down punt coming up off the leg of Joseph Charlton. On is the former all-conference return man from nearby TCU, Kavontae Turpin. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Back out come the Cowboys for their 2nd drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
And he gets him around 6 there. Willie Gay there on the tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
On 2nd down, a run with Elliott. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Tackled on the play by Cameron Jordan. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down. Dak off the play fake. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First down, here's Dak. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Handoff running right, Elliott. And they had that one contained right at the line. That's Sheldon Rankins in on the stop. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. Right back to Elliott now. He gets the first and more inside the 20. And they finally get to him at the 15. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
To the line we go. They're set, first and 10.
Here we go.
Trying an inside give to Elliott. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They run it from the gun with Elliott. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Caught near the pylon. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Elliott does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Again, here's Elliott. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys make it a 12-point game in the first. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Carr. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Kamara now on 1st and 10. Will drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Carr here from the gun. He gets it to Juwan Johnson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Carr. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now Carr. Kamara's got it. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Play stopped by Damone Clark.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here. Going again, it's Carr. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Running right, it's Kamara. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line. thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Throwing his car. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. So now here's 3rd and 5. Running back sent in motion. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
On for the field goal now. Here's Brandon McManus. From the left hash, this is from 47. And the kick by Folk is good. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
That lead trimmed just a bit. Down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Here's Kavontae Turpin on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Cowboys and Ezekiel Elliott just about set to get going on offense. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives.
Yeah, here we go. Right there.
Elliott's on 1st and 10. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second and 8. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Elliott running out of the gun. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. That's Lamb running a slant. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 from the 41. Elliott straight ahead. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
the 37. Catch made by Cooks. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Elliott. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Running left, it's Elliott. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys are on the move here. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Now carried by Elliott. And he drives this forward to the 6. They've invested some early touches in him, Brock, and the returns so far, I'd say very promising.
Kate, I told you this story before, but it was the same play 18 plays in a row. You know, I was really good with that, with that clipboard on the sidelines. 18 plays in a row, Peyton ran the same play. If you can't stop it, keep calling it.
They'll run here with Elliott. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Dak. Looking for some... And he will score! It's a Dallas touchdown! The Cowboys grow their lead just before halftime. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys take a 3-possession lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, Carr. Gets this to Johnson. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop. And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. Third down coming. They kick the running back in motion. Carr with it on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. New set of downs for him at the 38. Carr with it on 1st. He's got Shaheed. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Carr back to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Carr setting to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. Makes a desperate throw for the end zone. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So we've hit the end of 2. The Cowboys fighting to the halftime lead here in Dallas. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the 2nd quarter. A touchdown pass there for the rookie, number 2 overall pick, Jaden Daniels. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Garrett Wilson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. Jared Goff has a touchdown pass to his favorite target, Amon-Ra St. Brown. It was the veteran quarterback Dak Prescott who had it working in the first half. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Operating now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Saints offense ready to start this third quarter. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. Ball at the 33 for first down. They send him left out of the slot. Okay, and the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Offense to the line for second down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Completed to his running back. This is ahead for about 5. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, third down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. They got a hand on it, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Kendricks. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They give him now to Zeke. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Options are open here. It's second and inches.
Yeah, here we go.
Once again, Elliott. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a first and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
On the toss, here's Elliott. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Here's Zeke on the carry. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. About 4 yards for him on that run. More distance than that left, though, on third and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
What do you say, you an Eagles fan? Hey, welcome to the stream.
They'll try with Elliott. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
So you don't like the Cowboys,
7
right?
yards on the run, and now they've got 4th and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time, one of these critical decisions.
Let me know in the chat.
Whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing fourth down play.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Gay's kick is good.
We welcome all fans to the stream.
In that close, in the red zone,
Eagles,
you know they're upset.
everyone.
Couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown.
I'm more
It's
of a
only
Rams
half the
guy
points,
myself,
but at least there's something
but
to
we're
show
here
for the possession.
to watch good games on the stream. So subscribe, and we will be having more games today and the days to come.
From the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action with Khan. Completes this one to Hill. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by Deron Bland.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They give on 2nd to Kamara. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That was Micah Parsons making that play. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Pistol snap to Carr. That's caught for the 1st. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Running back sent in motion. Finds his fullback. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Carr here from the gun. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Kamara running out of the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Another run for Kamara. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Carr. This one's caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Carr. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play. Score.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints drop the lead back to 13. On now is McManus to kick this away. Turpin with a return. The Cowboys returning their offense and this running back to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. His drive will begin with a run from Elliott. Oh, he lost the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
On 2nd down, a run with Elliott. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. First down, here's Dak. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Trying an inside give to Elliott. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Right back to Elliott now. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 now. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
A give on 3rd to Elliott. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Butkus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And he missed it. It's no good. And their lead will remain at 13.
Really, Kate, that miss doesn't change a whole lot about the game management here. The only thing it does is provide a bit more momentum for the offense, running out in need of 2 quick scores.
The Saints come marching onto the field. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They kick the running back in motion. He finds Johnson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
From the gun on 3rd down. Got his target. It's Hill. And he goes out a little short of the 40. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. He still has room inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. Give him 13 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Throwing his car. Oh, trying forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Kendricks.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Cowboys and this running back headed back out for a new series. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take.
Elliott straight ahead. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
2nd and 8. This is complete. Jalen Tolbert. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They run it from the gun with Elliott. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
On the give, it's Elliott. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Third and long, Prescott. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Saints are going to have some work to do as they take over. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Carr now on 1st and 10. Gets this to Johnson. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. Carr with it on 3rd and short. That's complete to Kamara.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it, it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll run for this. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing on first down, it's Carr. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. Another try following the sack. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
You know, that is such a bummer because as a quarterback, gosh, you got to give your receiver enough space and enough real estate to make that catch in bounds. That was off just enough to carry the receiver to the sideline before he could establish possession.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Slot receiver headed left. Here he is on third and long. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in four-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Elliott running out of the gun. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They give him now to Zeke. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on third down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys nearing their first win of the season. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now it's Elliott. And that play is brought to a halt. They're going to say at the 5-yard line. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They'll run here with Elliott. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Elliott. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Cowboys have likely locked up the win right there. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for two here. Trying for it on the ground. And right back into the end zone he goes. So one play, it's a touchdown. Then the next for two, and he's extended their lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
Taken in by Shaheed. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 37. Kamara's got it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it inside the 10. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. From the red zone now. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints get it back to a 14-point game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And this kick is brought in by the Cowboys, and that should be enough to secure them this win. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win all set, Cowboys in victory formation, and they take a knee. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the Cowboys. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.